Hello everyone and welcome to my video about like 4 gold exploration companies I currently think have tremendous potential, if you have a long time preference obviously. But let's just get right into it. Starting with the first one, which is Western Exploration Company. They have, across the several projects, it says here in Nevada, they host 1.3 million gold equivalent ounces throughout those 3 projects they have. And it's very high grade as well, at least in Gravel Creek, where they have 5.8 grams per ton. And it's really interesting to me because I currently think that it has some potential due to the fact that 14% of the shares are owned by Agnico Eagle, 11% by high net worth individuals, 3% of the management, and from a company called Golconda. So it seems very interesting, this one. It seems to have very high grade gold. It's in Nevada, it's in America, and and it already has a resource. So at least even if they weren't to find 0 extra ounces, they have sufficient, I would prefer like at least 2 million ounces of gold, but for like an investment. But it seems very interesting and it seems to have a potential. Let's see what else. The property has water and power grid nearby, and their CEO is called Darcy Maud, which had former executive roles in exploration development companies at Meridian Gold and Yamana Gold, Inc., which, if I remember correctly, had similar geology to Western Exploration Corp, which is very interesting. So this is a high risk, high reward kind of thing, and for those that probably have a long time preference. So if you don't like investing in things over a longer time, then maybe this isn't the most suitable. But anyway, it seems very interesting to me. Anyway, let's go to the second one. Starting with number 2, it's Dryden Gold. I'm going to start with listing the major shareholders. Management and insiders are 7.5% of the company. Centerra Gold is 10%. Alamos Gold is 14%. Eric Sprott is 2.5%. Rob McEwen is at 2%. And Robert Quatermain is at 0.62%. Bear in mind, Robert and Rob and Eric are some of the most known people in the mining sector based upon. And it seems like a very interesting company. And why it piqued my interest is when you look at their website at projects. Rock, this is historical and obviously drill results as well. Historical work display high grade. Gold Rock Camp drill highlights 3,497 grams per ton of gold over 8 meters. And also one where it says including 53,700 gold per ton over 0.5 meters. Which is insanely high grade gold. I think this is one of the highest grade gold companies I've seen. Obviously, I'm pretty new to like exploration companies, obviously, but it seems very interesting though. But bear in mind, it has gone up quite a lot, and it is high risk, because they don't really have a resource at this current moment. But it seems very interesting, and it has some of the greatest investors, mining personnel invested in the company, and it has very, very high grade gold. Like literally everywhere. They have some lower grade samples, obviously. So there are some very high grade and some medium. Excellent infrastructure apparently, with grid power included, and major highway access and logging roads, year-round drilling. And it seems according to the website they have tax benefits and government grants and good relationships with the natives. Apparently. So this is very interesting, and now let's go over to the third company. Number 3, which is Exploit Discovery. The reason why it piqued my interest is because it has very high grade gold, as all of these companies on this list has. But 14% of the shares are owned by Eric Sprott. Very interesting, isn't it? It piqued my interest. Obviously, it has high grade gold, though not as high as Dryden Gold, I must add. They have some drill results 67 grams of gold over 3 meters, but they have very high grade gold, and they do have some cash according to their website. By the ending at March 31st, 2025, the company had $4.2 million in cash, which is very nice. That means they don't have to dilute shareholders for a while, and that seems very interesting for Exploit Discoveries, which is a very, very interesting name. They have some other high grade deposits, pardon me. They do have some drill results like this one with 250 grams of gold over 0.8 meters, and another one with 118 grams of gold over 0.85 meters at their Horseshoe place. That's where the location is called Horseshoe. Funnily enough, funny names. Anyway, it is very interesting. Now let's go over to the fourth and the final company on my list, and this is the one that seems to be the cheapest one at the current moment. The fourth and the last one is one of the most interesting ones, obviously, and this one has, according to news from June, 4th of June, by the way, the company has confirmed they have 1 million ounces of gold in measured and indicated, and they are still exploring, obviously, and it's very cheap making this video. And I'm almost considering not posting it because it is very cheap and it's very tempting, even though it's tremendously risky because it's an exploration company, and that's like basically basically crypto. Basically. Or meme stock, I should add. Anyway, it seems very interesting, but let's just go over the company. It's in Nevada, which was in 2022 apparently the number one mining jurisdiction. Apparently, and in 2023 it was number 2. I don't know if that. Oh, in America. Anyway, permitting is getting quicker and quicker in America, mostly due to America finally realizing, oh shit, we need resources. Shit. Anyway, what else? The company, private water well delivery. They have private water, it seems like, according to the website, private water. And they have a 15-mile electrical power line to operate the site, which is very nice. And 38% of the management of the shares outstanding, the shares are owned by management and insiders, 11% of institutions. So it seems very interesting. And at the current moment, I shouldn't say current moment, by the end of December 2024, they had $6.1 million in cash. So it seems very interesting. Obviously, these are very risky. And by the way, the CEO or the founder and executive chairman is a geologist or geochemist and a geologist with 40 years of experience. And it seems very interesting, this company. Bear in mind, it's high risk, high reward. And please, if you don't like risk, please stay away. But it seems very interesting. So that were the companies I found to be the most interesting at current time, which is 12th of June 2025. So if you see this in the future, I don't know if these companies are still cheap. But at the current moment, I personally believe at least Nevada King Gold, which is a very interesting name, is cheap, in my opinion. I hope you've enjoyed this. Take care. Peace.